Hey guys, Todd here again with TW Home Show. Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a new product that I'm going to attempt to install on our pool feature wall. The wall back here. Remember the last video? I'll give you a glimpse of that where the pool wall just by itself just started crumbling down, fell down all at once, half of it, and then I had to come back and remove the other half. Now guys, the worst part ever. We got up the other day. This was a couple weeks ago now. We got up and we're sitting in the rear lake room. All of us, me, Cheryl, and the doggies, and we heard this big crash. It wasn't raining out. It wasn't windy out. It wasn't nothing like that. And we found out, let me show you here. We came running out here. This is where we thought we saw it. And our beautiful stacked stone wall toppled. See that? Let me get you up closer. Half of it did. See how that lion sconce is kind of peeled off there? So it was just kind of, it's like a fascia stacked stone. And it's separated. I guess it just separated from this wall. So, I was about ready to set up, I was going to get my pressure cleaner out here, and I usually pressure clean it like once a season. So it was about that time. Usually I do it in the springtime. And, but then this happened, and I'll show you some before pictures how it all collapsed, how I found all the rubble down here. It was all collapsed. Some of it spilled into the hot tub there. And now, guys, now I got something else I have to deal with on top of packing and getting ready to move to a new place. So I got a new product. I priced out lots of different options from contractors, and I came up with this solution after investigating it for a long time. And we'll get into how I prepped the area first. But first I want to show you this product. This is kind of like a wood slat wall product. Let me turn you around here. And I got boxes and boxes of these things right here out in the garage that were delivered. There's Pixie. Say hi, Pixie. Pixie says hi. And I got 2 of these slats out right now. So this is what they look like. This is a walnut finish. And just imagine these panels up on that wall there behind the pool. I think it will give a unique modern look. And they're not real wood. This can be used for indoor or outdoor applications. And see this little slot here at the end of each wood track? They kind of fit together like that. Fit right together. So it looks like all one piece when you get multiple slats together like that. This is the hardware attachments right here. Got a pack of these in each box, and clips. So these clips are supposed to go on here like this over that channel lip, and they've got the screws here to go into that, and then this can still slide over that into the channel track. So looks pretty unique, right? So we're going to see how this looks on a big surface like our pool feature wall. Now I did get some adhesive in caulking tubes that I'm going to apply with my new Ryobi caulker, and I did get these, which I'm double thinking now after I'm looking at the instructions, but I got a box of these screws here. Comes with a concrete drill bit. They're about an inch and a quarter long. I was going to use these to go directly into the stucco concrete block wall there and just drill these in there. But after examining this, these holes in the first place are not going to be, let me see, these holes are not going to be big enough for these screws to go into. So that's going to give me a challenge there. These screws will go in there that came with them. So I think I'm going to get some, go up to Lowe's and get some anchors that I can drill into the concrete wall over there, put a plastic anchor in, and then use these screws. It'll make it a lot quicker if I just use what they came with. So that's my plan. Now, stick around. I'm going to show you everything I had to go through to prep this area back here. I had to clean it up. I did some pressure washing and everything and cleaned it up and cleared out all the debris, which took weeks because I was putting my large garbage cans out for trash pickup, but I didn't want to make it too heavy in the cans to break my wheels off or to make it unliftable or light enough so that I can roll it to the curb still. So it took several weeks and several trash cans a week to get all that heavy stone debris out of here and out to the trash. Stick around. All right, and we're back. So this is the pull wall area here. I got it as smooth as I could. This stucco and adhesive and mortar was really sticking out in blotches in places. As you can see, it's still kind of sticking out, but it's a lot smoother than it was. I took a scraper and scraped the whole wall down. I pressure washed it. This was all, you know, mildewy, this top molding here. So I pressure washed all that, pressure washed the whole pool deck area this past week, all the way around. Got all the moss and dog fur hair that was growing in between the pavers out of here, because I want it to be kind of like instant results. When I put this these wall slats up, I want to see instant results and have a nice clean takeaway from it. So you see how I prepped everything to get that wall smooth and pressure washing. And we had an issue with one of these double Rubble palm trees over here on the left side. One of them was forming and shaping, coming over into, encroaching into the spa area there, where you couldn't walk around it easily. So my initial thought was, you know, talked to Cheryl and said, hey, let's just remove these right now, and I'll order some more replacement palms, maybe something cleaner, like Christmas tree palms or something like that. And so I decided to come out here and try to dig these up, as I'll show you. It wasn't successful. And then we thought, hey, why don't I bring the golf cart in, since I installed the golf cart hitch, or not the hitch, the winch, and I'll just try to pull on that and crack them loose out of the planter areas to assist me in digging them out. That didn't work. It was just pulling the golf cart every time I activated the winch. So I scrapped that plan, and I got my Ryobi chainsaw out and cut that one awkward tree branch that was coming out over the spa area. Cut that off and clean that up, and now it looks pretty good. I know it's, you know, if you got OCD, you're like, oh, one palm tree, two palm tree, Todd, that doesn't go good with me. It does with me because, you know, we're going to be selling a house in the future, near future anyway, and I think still what I have here, it's much easier to get up and around the spa area and clean up and just entertain in there now with that not blocking your path there. And it's going to make it easier for me to get up in there to put the slat wall up. So I'm happy about that. And I pulled out the low voltage wiring for the lighting I had out here, and I got that all over here. All the low voltage wiring and transformer seems to still be good. So there's my Malibu transformer there. Just basic one. And I ordered some specialty outdoor low voltage lighting that I can put in the slat wall and have them shine down I got like a 6-pack. So that should really add to some good looks and show off that wood slat panel in the evening time. So I got to go out and get the hardware, the anchors for these screws here to go into concrete, and then we'll come back and we'll start cutting some slats. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see how it looks because they've got other plans for this product as well that I'll be anxious to show you in a upcoming video next. All right, stick around. All right, I'm going to show you how I do this from one whole panel. I've got 2 up, so I've got a pattern started. So what I'm going to do is measure two height points. One right off of this one, and then go about 6 inches over. These are about 6-inch wide panels, 6 inches over approximately, and take another measurement. Because I told you this, the pavers were kind of angled here, unlevel. So I'm leaving a 1/4 inch. So we're doing 82 3/4. And this one's going to be straight 82 3/4. So let's go to our workbench. Make sure I have my marker. And I got the workbench set up over here. So, show you what we got going on here. Okay, 82 3/4. I measure from the top. Remember the top pieces, I'm not cutting. I'm cutting on the bottom. So I'm gonna do 82 3/4 and go over 6 inches. We got 82 3/4. Watch how you see how easy this is to cut. Cuts through like butter. And then I just mark the top ribs. This is good enough for my aim. And hang it off the edge, clamp it, and we'll make our cut right here. Easy. And just so you know, that's the profile of this product. It's not hollow on the back. This is where you apply your glue. And this is where I'm going to run my low voltage wire down on certain ribs. I'm going to drill a hole and then drop it down to the bottom and tie it into my low voltage, just so you know. Next step, we'll go test fit. And I've already got my brackets in here. You have to put your glue on and then drill. Well, I actually drill and put the anchors in first, screw these in after I glue it. So we're going to put this, tuck that right in that track. Make sure it's in and it fits. We got a good cut. Now it slid down a bit, but I'm going to grab some of these brackets that are included, hanging brackets, and I'm going to put about 3 on each one. So I'll put one there, one here, and one at the very bottom, or close to the bottom. And I'm going to get my Sharpie marker. And remember to hold this up wherever you need it. Make sure it's fully pressed into the other panel. And then I can mark my holes with my black Sharpie where I want those brackets. I'll just pull that to the side for now. The next step, I take my concrete bit. This is a 1/4 inch for these style anchors I got. I'll show you what I got. All-purpose 1/4 inch concrete anchors, pack of 20. I got, I think, about 3 packs of these. They come with the screws, but I'm not using their screws. I'm going to use the screws that came. These screws came in the kit with the slats. So these are the screws. So let's just drill our holes first where our marks are. one more. And where was that one? Oh, I see it. Over here. Then I take a screw out of the anchor pack, even though I'm not going to use it. I just partially screw it into the anchor. And I take my hammer here, and it easily goes into that hole that we pre-drilled. I got 3 of them here. And the other one here. Works great. And then I take my shop vac and vacuum up all this dust and knock off any dust on the wall so that the glue will adhere. I know it looks a little overkill, but that's how I am. I like my work area to be neat, and so I work on the neatness as I go. Okay, so I'm going to have my 3 screws ready. They come in a kit that's going to screw the brackets into the anchors. But first I'm going to take my cool Ryobi caulker. It's got a lockout switch here. Unlock it. And I'm going to take this, flip it over here and tilt it, and go ahead and apply in an S pattern my adhesive. Just like that. I'll lock this, put a cloth on the end so we don't get leakage. Now I have my drill. My drill bit on. Get a screw ready. We're going to go ahead and apply this. Fit it into your track. And if it's pushed in correctly, your hole should line up again. Oops. There it is. There we go. Now, as you see, these aren't that difficult to apply. And as long as you got a workbench and a cutting bench set up and just do them one after the other. So that's the whole process. And you just repeat it all the way down the line. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. Taking lots of breaks in between. So I don't know if this is going to be a 1-day job or a 2-day job. So you might see me switch outfits in between. I might even switch outfits because my original one gets too soggy and wet from this humidity. So let me continue on. All right, we're back at it again the next day. We got shut down yesterday evening from some rain, showers, and thunderstorms. So I've already did a couple more pieces. I'm well into the second box. I only have one more panel left in my second box. So that's an idea of what you get from almost 2 boxes there hung up so far. And I just got done doing a cut here. First cut, they were all cut, but they were straight. But right here I had to do a detail cut around the paver ledger here. I think I did all right. I was trying to leave like a 1/4 inch around so that, actually this is kind of tight in here. I might have to take a Dremel or something right here, sorry. Right here is alright because I can fit my low voltage wire underneath there. And it's a little long here. So I might have to come back and cut that a little bit, we'll see, and then come up around here. Low voltage wire, and then around here. So I'm going to do the next one here. I figure I'll get you involved in this one so you can see how easy or difficult it may be to make specific cuts like this. So here's a look at it currently. So we got a cut there, and then we'll have a few more straight cuts until we get to the hot tub area, spa area. We'll have another cut. Now the only thing that's slowing me down is the heat out here, mainly, and these cuts. Otherwise, I mean, you're just doing one after the other all the way down. But I got my workshop or workstation set up right over here near the front door in the shade partially. So here's our last piece of the second box. I gotta measure to cut that out. So let's go ahead and do it. Now I already dug down in this mulch and even dug some mulch out to make this task a little easier, and then we're gonna put fresh mulch in after we're done. So this one we're gonna make, and we'll make it 79 1/4. 79 1/4 first. We'll cut the length. All right, now I'm going to take a scrap piece like this, and let's go over here and do some more measuring. And when you do your measuring, you want to make sure you tuck the tongue up in there while you're making your measurements. We got to see how far over from the tongue end to here before we need to make our drop cut there. I just want to see something here. We're at 79 1/4. 79 1/4. All right. So I see where we need to go. Now I want this to be a 1/4 inch left in between here. So about a 1/4 inch. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm gonna hold that there. Take a measurement. This way. We need to come down 75 1/2. So 75 1/2, and then over. It goes in about 1/8 of an inch, that tongue. So kind of eyeball that. 5 1/4. 75 1/2 and 5 1/4. Let's go make our measurements. 75 1/2, 5 1/4. And 5 1/4 over, and that's going to put us down into this deep well here. Deep part of the slat, which is fine. Notice the straight cuts, I just used the circular saw. This one, we're going to use a hacksaw with a longer blade on it. Luckily I had those in stock, in my stock I should say. So I'm using this clean cut laminate blade. It's long enough to, let me show you. It's long enough to clear through a piece of this. So I'm going to go up first, but let's clamp this. We'll go up through this channel first, make that cut. And I'll go across this way. It's going to be hard. Maybe I'll try my circular if I can fit that in there. There we are. I think I got it. We'll see, right? Now let's apply this. We got our adhesive on. Adhesive is on. Don't touch the other board with the adhesive. Get it into our slotted track there, all the way up. Okay, put some screws in here. And I just do some presses just to make sure the panel is pressed up against that wall with the adhesive, right? But now we're done with that one plank. Now we're ready for a straight cut on the next one, or next few actually, right through there, that our mulch will be covering up, our new fresh mulch. But it's looking good. And then after each panel or two, I will take my level, just make sure I'm still on track, put it up against here. We're like right on the money. Really good. I'm happy so far.
All right guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Just wanted to let you know what I came up with for this wall that collapsed. The stacked stone wall used to be, then it collapsed. So I chose these ribbed faux wood panels. They seem to be going up fairly easily. Just if you were screwing these into, like, say, wood furring strips, you wouldn't have to pre-drill through the concrete. That would make it a little bit easier. Like, say, if you're doing this inside and just put some furring strips up and then just go ahead and mount them to the furring strips, it'd make it a whole lot easier. Now I ran out of product. I got to get some more concrete anchors and some more of that glue, coming, and that's why I'm going to wrap this up right now. Plus it's getting a little bit too long, but I'll post back on another video maybe next week of probably when we finish. We'll have some more difficult cuts around this door area, and hopefully in that video we can address the lighting for evening lighting on our wall. So let's just take another look around close up at this and see how I did. And that is a total of 3 boxes right there. If you're curious, that's 3 boxes of this product. And of course I'll leave the links to this product that I used and some other alternatives of different colors and styles and from different companies that I researched in case you're interested. So just check out the video description below, along with all the tools that I used on this project. I'll leave all the links to them below as well. And any of the things like the anchors and screws, glue I used, I'll leave in the video description below. So let's take a closer look again. Here's our outdoor bar area. And of course I need to hose this off once we get it all finished. But it's nice and tight up against that top header. And I left some space underneath there for our low voltage lighting cords. And I got to do some touch-up painting on this wall after I'm done as well. Guys, thank you for tuning in to another one of TW Home Show videos. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next one.